All right, so y'all see the Bronx Bombers? They're 4-1. We're 12-2. Now, of course, the last time y'all saw us play, I think we was like 7-1, or something like that. That second loss that we had, I'm gonna talk about it, and then I'm gonna also talk about why I think this team is the hardest team we have played thus far. Now, of course, we're not at the point where we're playing all the teams that have these great, phenomenal records, because you got to build your team up. You know, when we were still diamond, we was playing all those teams, and we was losing, you know, to win one, lose one, but nonetheless, now that we just started over, everybody got a fresh start. We're getting some of these easier teams, so the record's going up pretty fast. And now that everybody has like a newfound commitment towards what we're doing, we have been doing exceedingly well. Like, people are scoring, we're playing defense, but now we run it every once in a while. We run into a team of this caliber. So the second loss that we had, I wish I could show y'all, but I'ma just keep it a buck. I'm sick of the fucking lockdowns. Yeah, I said it. Sick of the trash fucking lockdowns. If you're a lockdown out there, it really ain't your fault. I'm sick of you. I can't stand you, but it's not really your fault. The fault goes to fucking Mike Wang, the fucking gameplay director, who says, hey man, they put 99 steel into their build. Let's reward them some way, somehow. That's the motherfucker I'm mad at. It's the gameplay. It's not. I can't blame somebody for doing shit that their build is supposed to be capable of doing. But if I had a 99 block, anything I'm chasing down about a rim and you coming to meet me, I should be sending, altering, making it difficult without a foul. Right? If I got a 99 steal, I should be able to pluck motherfuckers left and right. Get interceptors. Like, you should be worried about me every time coming down the court. If I had the 99 3 ball, I should be making all these crazy ass shots. Not to mention, if you get these stats with boosts, of course you're supposed to do some crazy off the wall shit that don't make no sense. But that's not really a function of your skill level. I mean, if you do what your build is capable of doing, that's what you're supposed to do. But how it all flows in the function of a 5v5 video game? Oh, that's a whole nother thing, man. Mike Wang, you made me hate lockdowns with a passion this particular year. Like, normally, from year to year, I'm used to the 99 perimeter, the 99 steal, the 99 interior, 99 block. I'm used to it, because that's all I see every time I fucking play. Some bum ass nigga gotta make that type of build every single year. So, why am I complaining about it this year? That second game that we played, we were winning. My teammates missed a couple of shots, but we wasn't playing bad. But we missed a couple of open shots. They got on the break and knocked down some threes, right? The person that was knocking down the threes just happened to be the lockdown with the 99 steal. So consequently, over time, as they started to come back in the game, it got to a point where I was walking up the court. Didn't cross over, didn't pass it, didn't make a move or anything. I was just walking up the court, and dude plucked me like 5 times in a row. Like, you get 1 or 2, it's like, alright, I mean, that's some bullshit, but you get over it. But 5 times in a row, I have a 90 ball here. And I get it. It's only good enough for silver and pluckable, which is some bullshit, by the way. I am a point guard. I have to have attributes on something else. And let's be honest, the highest they let it go with my build at 6'7" was like 91. I'm not getting nothing extra at 91. It wasn't like I can get an unpluckable gold, boosting it to 91. They need to change some shit about the gameplay. I've never seen a point guard in the NBA walk up the court, be dribbling, and get plucked 5 straight times. I've never ever seen that in my life. A professional basketball player who's a point guard, brings the ball up the court and you're just ripping him left, right, left, right. I get it, right stick ripper on top of glove, and I get it. But it's not realistic. And I'm fine with a little bit of razzle dazzle to the game, but come on, can I bring the ball up the court and initiate my team's offense? It's other steals in the game that are already happening to the point where I don't think you should be able to just walk up and hit square and get a fucking steal. The bump steal, I'm fine with. The pinch steal, I'm fine with. All right, that's two different steals. There's one where you walk in, you just happen to bump into another player, the ball pops out without them even doing anything. That's cool. The one where you going into the double team, they reach on time, it's a pinch, and they get the steal. I'm fine with that. You get intercepted, and I make a bad pass, you steal it. Those are three different ways you can steal the ball without just hitting square one time and the ball popping out. It's enough of that in the game already. But with that being said, the reason why I feel like this team that we're playing today is the hardest team we played so far is because, as you can tell, our record is growing. With our record growing, it's like every once in a while, for the most part, since we had to start over, you know, we're not a diamond rated team, so we're not playing other diamond or higher teams. What's happening is we'll get a team like this every once in a while. Like every 3 games, we're starting to get a better team. And the reason why I thought they was so tough to beat is because they play a very similar style. But as you see right here, this is the shit I'm talking about. This is the shit I'm talking about. Walked up the court. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do anything. He just hit square. The fucking ball come out. And like, I'm constantly trying to work on another way where I can bring the ball up the court without having to worry about getting ripped. It's pathetic. I have never had to sit there and hide as a dribbler so much in my life. And I'm used to having builds that have way less ball handle. The crazy part is, my other builds who don't have a 90 ball handle, I ain't never getting ripped. I got one with the 92 post control, and he has gold. He don't get ripped as much, and I get it. Maybe the badge has something to do with it. But I got other guys who don't have that either. I got 2 6'9s that don't have gold unpluckable, and they don't get ripped nearby as much as my point guard does. Not even close. Now I come down with them, I'm at the rim. I come down with this motherfucking who has more speed with ball and more ball handling. Look. Y'all see what I can't even pass the ball half the time without getting ripped. They're getting an on-ball steal animation when I'm trying to pass. I'm over it. I'm fucking over it, man. So, fuck the lockdowns. Fuck Mike Wayne. It's Mike Wayne's fault. It's not really the lockdown's fault, but fuck Mike Wayne, man. How do you not... Who tests this game out, honestly? Who is the people testing this out that say, yeah, this on-ball steal shit is what's up, Mike? I get it, that's a lockdown, you love it, because it don't require any skill. You don't have to play any defense. If you can just hit square and get it. I understand you trying to time some shit, but let's be honest. Can I initiate some type of offense? Can I try to cross you over before you rip me? Just honest thing, bro. Like, I get it. You spend a lot of fucking attributes on that one thing. But damn, I spent a lot of attributes on my side too. Can I please bring the ball up the court without you worrying about you hitting the shit one time? Look, he waiting on it at this point. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, this team was tough, man. Very similar style. We both play 5 out. The way they did a lot of things is a lot of stuff that I preach on my side. Like how to cut, when to cut, how to score one-on-one, those different things they were doing. And it gets to a point where I tell my team all the time, a lot of the stuff that we run may look simple, because it is. It's very simple stuff, but it's highly effective. It's a reason why it works within the confines of the system. because you play on other teams' tendency to do something different, right? So the way we play defense, I tell them all the time, we can only play off of each other. And we all have to trust each other. We all have to trust that the next person sees their rotation. Because if you don't, what's going to end up happening is one person is going to do the right thing and somebody else is going to do their own thing. And when that happens, there's no trust there and you're giving up points. And once you see points go in, you more and more and more start to trust your own thing versus the better judgment of the team. So every time we go against a team that's very similar to us, I already know what type of game it's going to be. It's going to be very low scoring. All right, it's going to be very detailed to running the systems that's in place. When I see a team running very similar stuff to us, I tell my team all the time, we should be better at it because this is the same shit that we do. The number one thing you should learn about sports is if something's hard to stop, then more than likely they're going to keep doing it. All right, nobody's going to let you off the hook. It's sports. Both sides are trying to win. So if they got something that's annoying that you can't stop, well, guess what? You better learn how to stop it. Or else you're just going to sit there and continue to lose, and there's nothing you can do about that. One thing I did like about what we're starting to do more with the players that we got is more people are starting to trust the things I've been saying. Like, there's a couple of people with some builds that I suggested, and it was always only a suggestion, but they ran with them, and they're doing way better with those builds than I even thought, that I could even imagine. So I want to give a big shout out to Savage. He has been the best player on the team for about, I want to say about a couple of weeks now. He's been the best player. He's dropped 50, he's dropped 40, he constantly gets to 30. You know, it's very rare to see him get under 20 unless we have like a really low scoring game. As you see another rip, I'm telling you, I'm over it. But, and it all stemmed from him just taking a suggestion, but he taking it, ran with it. He's doing everything I can ever think of. And I want to give a shout out to Jamaica. He actually had a build he tried. He haven't really found his footing with him yet. But that's only because he's more so worried about the offensive end. I don't think he's seeing all the stuff he's done on the defensive end, passing, things like that. And I think if he stuck with it a little bit more and found the jump shot that he likes, he would like that build as well. But I always encourage people to make something they feel the most comfortable with. At the end of the day, we're going to play regardless. So I'd rather you be comfortable out there. And as long as you can do the things I need from you, I have no problem. But you have to understand with this particular game, you're going to sacrifice something. And some other things you're just going to have to work at. That's the way the game is built. You got to sacrifice something. It's going to be something about your build that you wish you could add to it. And it was made this way intentionally to make you keep making build after build after build. Especially when you lose, it's very hard not to go try to make a build that can fix the thing that you felt made you lost in the first place. Like, for me getting ripped left and right these last few games makes me want to go make a build that has more ball handling or higher impluckable or something like that. But at the end of the day, if I do that, I'm going to lose something about this build that's been so great so far. And that's how it is. Nobody's going to have a 100% perfect build. Nobody. So, for my teammates, take their information for wherever you want it to be. And just understand what I've been saying the whole time. Sometimes you might have to grind a little bit harder. Might have to focus in a little bit more to try to get your build as best as you can be, because that's all I've been focusing now is, even though I've been getting ripped, trying to learn more ways. I'm using the protect ball feature more than I ever have in my life. I'm experimenting with the pick and roll now, trying to get the lockdown off of me. It's things you can do to counteract what's going on, and the only way to get better at it is to get repetition and watch it back on film. So as you can see in this third quarter, like this was just a back and forth ball game the entire time. Neither side could really get a pace of comfort as they wanted. Like neither side could really push out the lead as much as they wanted to. This point guard, I could tell he was really bothered by Strap. I mean, he couldn't do anything. The most he could do is try to pass it. Guys miss shots. And it's very hard to catch a rhythm when guys are constantly missing shot after shot. As you see Strap get another wide open shot, he was not missing. And slowly but surely, one of the two teams has to try to edge out the other. Right here, big miss dunk. And when you start having these chain of things happen, as you see, like, I got to a point I was like, no, just get this dude away from me. So I'm calling pick and roll. I don't care what I got to do at this point. I'm just so bothered by lockdowns that I'm doing everything in my power to get an easier matchup. It sucks for me. I ain't never been one to like run from the competition or nothing like that. But God damn it, you got to do what you got to do at the end of the day. Sometimes teams are good, all right? I always say this all. I always try to give credit. If a team is good, fuck it, a team is good. Sometimes there is no correct answer or nothing like that. Sometimes a team can play better than what you're actually playing on that particular day or that particular game. It happens, right? Nobody's perfect. No team is perfect. You just try to make a style that's going to be tough to beat game in and game out. That's all you can do. And from there, you just let the chips fall where they may. Right? So the whole fourth quarter, what you're going to see from me, I'm either going to get the ball out of my hands fast or I'm going to play this pick and roll. I'm not doing nothing else with it. It's to the point where you kind of understand why teams run that 4-1 pick and roll style, because that Hall of Fame brick wall will really help stop those pesky ass lockdowns from coming in and making a play. Not to mention, if you a really good shooter, every time you get a wide open look, you can freely throw it up knowing that your center's going to go get the offensive rebound. So I understand the style, I understand that, but the reason why I don't run it, I just still don't feel like it's the best style to run. But when you go against these type of defenders, game in and game out, you understand why these other styles are so important. So right here, I'm getting the center switched on to me. I'm getting more comfortable. I run pick and roll when I play my career all the time, so it's not nothing new. It's not that I don't know how to do it, but nah, it's just a form of getting comfortable and reading and reacting. I was telling Savage, hey, when we get the switch, that's the time you can, we still can run ace, we still can run other action. But the reason why I'm calling for this pick and roll is simply to get their lockdown defender off me. If I can get him off me, it's a couple of things we can do. So when I said ace, he tried to run it immediately. I'm like, no, Savage, here's what I need. I'm trying to get the switch. So from there, once I kind of explained what I was saying, we was able to click on our offense for the entire fourth quarter. And it was going to be up for this other team to sit there and adjust to see how they was going to do it. And what was crazy is you will start seeing them run a lot more pick and roll as they seen us do it. Our lockdown was bothering him. They lockdown was bothering me. So, yeah, you get the pick and roll. If he stayed, I told him, cool. All you got to do is set another screen. Because all I need is an alleyway. I either need to switch to get the weaker defender, or I need to create that alleyway so I can get downhill. Either one works. But the whole goal is to get this, force them to switch to give me a matchup I'm more comfortable with. And this other team, they pretty much tried to do the same thing. They started, it's almost like they was mimicking us on purpose. Once they see us do it and we start having a little bit of success, they start doing the same thing. So again, right here, we set the screen. I was showing Savage the times when he was wide open and stuff like that. And from there, once I explained it that many times, he got it. So now we get the switch, he gets an easy dunk. If we want to get another switch, we can get a 3. If we get another switch, then I get the matchup that I want. So we start clicking on all cylinders here in the fourth quarter. And as you can tell, over time, the way our defense is playing, we're starting to edge them out. The one thing we couldn't do before. Like I said, their defense is very similar to ours. Tough lockdowns, 5-out floor space, and all those different things. And it was just gonna come down to staying disciplined at the end of the day. So what you will see now happen, which I was fine with, they actually switched the other guy on to me, and I was fine with that. The only part I messed up on, I got so caught up in the fact that that was the matchup I wanted, that I didn't realize how much everybody else was helping. Because if I had to realize that earlier, I mean, it would have been 3-ball city out there. Everybody would have got an open shot, everybody. But we did a great job defensively, came up with a lot of steals. I'm able to hit Strap for this wide open jump shot. I think I finally figured it out. So now at the point where I can throw in the pick and roll on top of the offense that we're already running, I think I might have found a way to always be in the game no matter what. The only issue I'm gonna have going forward is, does the personnel trust their ability once they get the ball? So, example, if I'm running pick and roll with D-Mac, once I throw that ball back to D-Mac or whatever, does he trust his ability to create a play or do something when he gets the ball? Or if I throw the ball to Jamaica, or if I throw it to Strap or Savage or anybody, now that we know that the pick and roll is an option, because I rarely ever run pick and roll. I never even went over the principles of pick and roll. So that's the number one thing I'm looking at moving forward. I'm going to use this game as a baseline to see how effective it was, what matchups are we creating, and where we can call more action from. And from there, I think we'll get better and better and better. And when we start playing the better teams, maybe the small principles that we learn will help us beat them as we go forward. But yeah, man, this team was tough. I give them all the credit in the world. I never really look at the final score of most games as a testament, unless we just blow y'all out or something, or we get blown out. But they were tough. They definitely were good enough to beat us, and they definitely made us a better team because we had to go to a whole different style of offense. But yeah, like I said, man, fuck them like those. Mike Wayne, please fix that about the game next year. No point guard wants to bring the ball up the court and get ripped. There's other steals that's going to happen anyway. Don't let that be a thing. Anyway, it's been Lethal. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. I'll catch you on the next one.